that VR, you're never going outside again.
Some real grass, you guys.
Welcome to the Sapphire Star. Today I want to talk about my experience with full body tracking. Is it worth it to upgrade? Should you invest in full body VR? Continue watching to hear from a few recognizable streamers and YouTubers, as well as a few casual VR players, and to learn from myself if you should take the leap, should you upgrade. First, I'd like to talk about how full body tracking actually works. So when you're looking to upgrade to full body VR, you're going to be buying a total of 3 Vive trackers combined with your VR headset. And I don't know what all the compatibilities are, so I can't quite answer that question, but I have the original HTC Vive headset. So that I got 3 of these. You have 1 for each ankle and you have 1 for your waist. They do not come with these little straps, so make sure that you buy track straps. These are the regular track straps, and track straps are something that allows you to keep it wrapped around your ankle like this, basically. When you buy the trackers, they do not come with the track straps, so you'll have to buy those separately. I'll leave links for the Vive trackers and the track straps down below. There's also something called the Track Strap Plus. Track Strap Plus is increased battery life. Usually these trackers have around, I feel like I get maybe 4 to 6 hours of tracking out of these, and with the Track Strap Plus, I've heard anywhere from 8+ hours of tracking time. Those ones are gonna be a little bit bulkier though, because as far as I've heard, there's like battery stuff involved. Again, I don't have those, I just have regular, so make sure you order them with them. Otherwise, you're gonna have to find some whack ways to attach your trackers, because that's what I did when I got mine. Literally, I had my shoelaces wrapping and intertwining, and that's kind of bad because then you'll be covering these little divots you see here, which are actually the sensors that pick up tracking. Then you're going to get something called dongles. These are dongles, and they are supposed to look like this once you put them together, and they come with a little micro USB port, and basically you'll plug that in here and you'll plug the USB port into the back end of your PC. I would recommend you do the back end, and also if you have 3.0 USBs, those are usually coded blue on your PC. I would plug them into there for faster connection and response time. You'll get 3 of these. You plug these into your computer. These are the things that kind of read where your trackers are at in the room, as well as with the help of the boxes that you have in each corner. If you have VR already, you know what I'm talking about. They're light boxes, or there's multiple names for them. So once you get all that, you will have to connect your trackers to Steam VR. You'll set them up and such in there, but this is not a how to set up full body tutorial. I'm just telling you if you should get it or not, so let's move on. Moving forward in this video, I'm going to assume that you already have regular VR and you're looking to upgrade to finally get trackers. So say that you've had your headset for a few months and you're like, yes, this is amazing, I love virtual reality. Newsflash, I love virtual reality as well. Now I am immersed into the world of VR. I wonder what full body is like. I was in this exact position about a year ago, and I couldn't decide if I wanted to put out $300 USD for full body tracking. At the time, the reason that I really wanted to upgrade was because I was doing a lot of dancing in the Just Dance world in VR chat, and I was only doing upper body, and I wanted to be able to express my full body language for dancing, to have more motivation, to get exercising, to keep showing up to the dance world. So I set a goal for myself that if I was consistent for 30 days of doing yoga, 30-day consistent yoga routine, shout out to Yoga with Adrian. If I did that, I would tell myself that I would put the money forth to invest in my physical health and my mental health. Ever since then, I've never looked back. This has been one of the best investments that I have made in my whole entire life, right next to my PC. Let me tell you why I think that you should make the upgrade too. And chances are, if you clicked on this video, you're already thinking it. So let me tell you why I think you should. Here are 3 reasons why I think full body VR is absolutely worth it. Full body VR is absolutely amazing for getting exercise. A few of my favorite games for exercising is Beat Saber and VR chat. If you find it really hard to get exercise fit into your day and you love video games, doing something like dancing in the VR chat world is so valuable for increasing your relationships and your physical health, mental health, exercise, all of the above. Number 2, if you're a VTuber, I know that most of my audience that's watching are VTubers. Not only do I use my full body tracking for exercise, but I also use it for VTubing. I use my character in my Unity world with a bunch of 3D assets that I have built out, and I had gotten everything set up with a program called Virtual Motion Capture through the help of 𝐸𝐸𝐻𝐻 on YouTube. I use this for most of my streams and my YouTube videos. If you're thinking about taking your setup to the next level for VTubing, full body gear is one of the best ways to make your setup start looking better at this specific time, if you do have the money to invest. And I know it's expensive, but for me, it has been so worth it. So if this is something you really care about and something you really see yourself putting money into and investing in the future. And keep in mind, I'm sure there will be plenty of upgrades of cheaper stuff to get VTubers working and all that jazz, but you know, that could be a long time from now. Technology is always upgrading, you know, you could always use that excuse, well, I'm just gonna wait until the next upgrade, or maybe there's gonna be something better out. Boy, there's always gonna be something better out. It's technology. Be an advocate for VR tech and put your money forth so we can all improve technology gear, so we can fully immerse ourselves and throw our lives away in the Sword Art Online world. I don't know about you, but that's what I'm trying to get to. By the way, if we ever get locked into a like Sword Art Online type world, search in the search bar for the Eternal Gems Guild. I got you. We're building an army. We're ready to go. These fools ain't taking us down. Number 3, the ability to be both social and antisocial ambiverts. I'm talking to you. That's me, my club right here. One of the biggest reasons that I got full body VR, again, is for the game VR Chat. I love that game. Full body allows me to have a connection to online friends, and this has especially been incredibly valuable through the pandemic. If you're somebody that has a lot of online friends, full body is such a worthy investment for your mental health. These are the 3 core reasons that I got full body VR, amongst many more, of course, but those are the ones that I love the most. In fact, tell me down in the comments if you're thinking about getting full body VR and what your favorite part or most exciting part is about it. What are you excited for? Some of the closest friends that I have made have been in VR chat. It has been so immersive to be able to spend time with my online friends. I also do want to say that there are some negatives about full body VR, but there's negatives about everything in life, but the positives far outweigh the negatives in this case. Next, we're going to be hearing from a few well-known creators as well as some casual VR players about their experience. What are their favorite parts about full body VR, least favorite parts, and would they buy it again if they had the opportunity? They're sitting there, they're like, should I do it? But before we hop into that, make sure that you hit that like button if you're enjoying this video so far. And boy, you better be subscribing, because if you're not subscribed and we get locked in the Sword Art Online world, you're not getting an invite to my guild. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. You're all welcome, I promise.
We have PHIA here with us, and we are going to be talking about full body tracking. Is it worth it? Of course, hearing from the lovely PHIA. So PHIA, what are some of your favorite parts about full body tracking?
Well, I think the biggest pull about full body tracking for me is just the amount of immersiveness that you get by using it. So when you're actually inside of like a VR space or inhabiting a virtual character, you feel so much more connected to that avatar and in turn to the world around you. For me, I just, you know, like I spend so much time in VR and as my avatar that it just makes so much sense to use it, because I'm already so connected to those things that it takes that immersiveness to like a whole new level.
Yes, awesome. And what are some of the things that you do not like about VR?
I would say the thing that I dislike the most about it is just the price tag. And then of course the setup, because it's not fun to have to like charge each and every single one of them and, you know, go through all that. And then obviously the cost, if you go for like the 3.0 trackers, is like $130 each, so it can get like quite pricey quite fast. But other than that, I think it is pretty great.
Yes. And would you spend the money again if you knew all of this about full body, all the experience you would have? You have all of it in the cart, you're like, should I do it? Should I buy full body?
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's like an easy yes, because I'm just so connected to my avatar and to VR chat, and it's just like, it adds such an extra layer of depth to everything that I do, and it brings me so much joy and happiness to have that it's an easy way to spend money. Because if something brings you like a lot of happiness and makes you feel more connected to yourself and to whatever the things you are that you love, then you shouldn't feel like guilty about spending money on something like that, in my opinion.
Yes, awesome. Well, thank you so much, PHIA, for your opinion on full body VR. It was very great to hear about how much you love the immersion That's part of my favorite part of full body as well. Well, thank you.
Yes, no problem.
So we have Spats with us here. Spats has full body. Spats, tell us your favorite thing about full body VR tracking.
I can do this.
Wait,
Yeah.
yo, let's do a foot handshake.
Oh
Foot
god,
handshake.
I'm gonna fall over. I can't get my foot that high.
You're good. It's so fun though. You could do stuff like that with your friends. We've invented the new foot handshake with VR chat.
You can
Yeah, you
dance.
can dance, which is my favorite part. And what are some of your least favorite parts about full body?
The amount of time it takes to it's not even that much time, but you know how you have to tie your shoes and stuff.
Oh, you wear
I mean, I
shoes
just
with
slip them
VR.
on, but it's such okay, I have to buckle it. Okay, I got to calibrate. I role play, or I did. We're on a hiatus right now. 𝐿 on a hiatus until season 3. But it's very
Yeah.
cool to have full body and be able to LARP in your
Yeah.
living room or whatever. It's very immersive.
Right, and
Very
you have the freedom of
immersive.
all the different worlds because we're in the real world. We only have so many fantasy places we can go.
Yeah,
with spending money and all
exactly.
that, but
It's a very good escape, however. You still should go outside sometimes, get that vitamin D, touch some
No,
real
don't go
grass.
outside. Don't listen to her. We don't need it. You have VR. You're never going outside again.
Touch some real grass, you guys.
So how do I say your name? Is it Bhaalist?
No, you have it right. Bhaalist. Yeah.
Bhaalist? Okay, cool. So
Yeah.
Bhaalist, you have full body tracking. What full body trackers do you have?
I am using the Vive, I believe the 2.0 tracker.
Yeah, same.
box.
What is your favorite part about full body VR?
I just like that it adds more expressions to the model and be able to kind of be able to just feel more immersed into what you're doing and be able to move around is more, it just adds more to the experience of being able to play games like VR chat.
Did you get full body at the same time that you got your headset, or did you get it at a separate time?
So I got them separate. I probably got them a year apart.
Yeah, same.
I had my Oculus probably even a year after I started playing VR chat.
Heck yeah, though. I agree with the immersion. So when you upgraded from regular, just upper body to full body, how was the experience from going from just the half body to full?
Oh, it's much different.
Yeah.
Because, for example, I can actually stand up, move around the room, and feel like I'm actually in the space versus
Yeah.
just sliding around.
Yes. Oh my gosh. What is your least favorite part about full body?
Oh, it has to be the tracker.
Yeah.
It loses tracking all the time, and when it does, it flings you into
Yeah.
space. It just totally looks ridiculous.
But it's the best
And,
thing ever.
It's funny. It definitely can be
mean-
funny, but it definitely is really frustrating, especially when it doesn't work and you can't get it to keep again. And it's just no.
Yeah, dude, I don't know about you, but my favorite part is when you get yeeted into space. That is why I bought full body. So my first question for you is, what is your favorite part about full body tracking?
I think I'd have to say that my favorite part about full body is the fact that it makes you feel like you're really in your avatar. And
Yes.
you can really be expressive with it because, I mean, even in half body, as long as the person, they have to try a little bit and be conscious of what they're doing. But in full
Right.
body, you get to see things you don't really realize that most people have, what I think they call
Tics
micro
or
expressions.
something?
But
Yeah. Mhm.
well, yeah, essentially they stand with their hand on their hip or whatever
Yeah.
else, and you get to see it, and you can really associate with people. I mean, it's more than just faces, and I think that adds to a new layer of depth. That's
Yes.
really gets you immersed in things.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. And the whole micro expressions, you become so aware of things that you do in real life that you're like, wait, I do that? When you're standing in front of a mirror. Mhm.
Yeah, I've actually developed a small habit of when I laugh, I put my hand up, and
Same.
I've done that in real life. And I mean, when I realize it immediately that they can see what my face looks like or my mouth looks like, where I'm not just a character, and because I have enough hours in this game where I've developed real life habits, and I have to catch myself sometimes. Not saying I play too much, but
Yeah.
it's
no,
it's very awkward because no one realizes it, but I have a catty woohoo.
Yeah. Yeah, but
Mhm.
no, but it adds to your expressions, and then people can familiarize themselves with you. I think it helps you increase comfortability with people, and it, like you said, just the immersion goes to the next level. I know when I
Yeah.
first got hand trackers too, when I first got VR, I would start doing gestures in real life to do peace sign. I'd slide my thumbs to the left, and I'd be like, what am I doing? I'm in real life, not in VR. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that, especially with the index controllers, because I think you have them as well, but you
Mhm.
don't even have to think anymore.
Yeah.
It just becomes instinctive, and you're no longer attached to a controller. Just
So all this being said, what is your least favorite part about full body?
Definitely, I'm sure this comes up a lot, is cost. Like cost and setup, and just it's still a developing technology. And I think
Yep.
I tell this to people who are looking at it. It's under supported, so there's only really VR chat and Blade and Sorcery that I know of that are like pretty native. I have the Track Strap Pluses because the original 2.0 trackers are like 4 hours of battery life, and so
Yeah.
not only are they fairly bulky and you gotta charge them, you also have to charge the batteries that you essentially plug into them. So it's finicky, and then you get more dongles, you got a bunch of USBs, it's a whole setup. And honestly, I think the technology is moving forward quickly, especially with the new trackers coming out that have been pretty successful. But prices are still pretty expensive. I mean, $300. Not including any accessories, is pretty steep to ask when that cost is the same as the Quest 2 headset, which is completely
Yeah.
standalone. You don't even need a PC.
That's a great
So
point.
it's a pretty high level of enthusiast requirement to get into something that you may not like, which play the game for like at least 50 to 100 hours to just be like, I really, really want to do that. And I'm like, okay, is it reasonable for you though? Because this is the only game that supports it, at least that I play, So
No,
it's
I
pretty
absolutely agree with you. Like making sure, like committing in having those hours first before, because when I got stuff, I was like, okay, I'm gonna wait until I have regular VR and see if I'm using it enough to like make it a worthy investment to like put the extra
for sure.
300 into full body. And last question for you is, if you were sitting there putting all the trackers in the cart and you're like about to click the buy button, would you do it again?
For me, because I'd say enthusiast, like I really enjoy like advancing technologies, and I really enjoy the experience and immersion. Like I think this is something that you really can't replicate in any other environment.
Yep.
VR is such a unique experience. I didn't regret the choice when I bought it because I knew I was already playing this game a lot, or playing, I was invested in VR, and I really enjoy everything about it, and the realism, the social interactions that I make, and just my ability to express myself and, bop around with my friends. And I mean, most people buy them for like dancing and stuff, and I don't even dance. I just like the ability to, just walk and talk to people, and I don't regret it at all. And I think people who have it in their cart and are hesitant about it should wait. But if you're 100%
I was
down,
hesitant about it, but now I'm so happy I did it. I was like, I don't know if I should do it. That's why I'm trying to help people that are like, I don't know.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, I mean, if it's something you've already enjoyed, I think they have a high resellability. So like it's hard to not justify it, because someone will always buy it for almost the same price you bought it from, because there's just so much demand, and everyone who comes into this game, they're like, oh my god, I want to get VR. Oh my god, I want to get and see these people dancing. Oh my god, I want to get full body. And you're like, well, all the cool kids are doing it. So,
Exactly.
yeah, I think I have zero regrets, and I know most people, if they're even partially active in VR, really appreciate the purchase that they made until they like get tired of VR, which is honestly the less often case. So
yeah,
I'd say
agreed.
do it if you're there, do it. If you're not and you're hesitant or whatever, then like just talk to people about it, and it's probably your better bet.
Yeah, that's what I did. I literally went around to everybody's like, should I do it? Should I do it? Everybody's like, yes, just do it. It was like the worst
Just
peer
do it.
pressure. Yeah. Thank you, Fez, for all of your feedback. It was really valuable, all of your information. Lots of people said similar things, but you had very different answers.
Oh well, thank you. I appreciate it. Here's my last of my coffee.
Yes.
So, should you invest in full body? I honestly think so. While there's negatives, there's a lot of things that honestly made this one of the most worth it purchases for myself. And as you heard, same for many other people. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. This was a very, very different one, but I am glad I did it because it was fun to have a collaborative process. Thank you so much, and thank you to my Patreons, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!